Agus Falter Harnat. Well, next up we're going to be talking a whole load of rubbish. Well, not really. We're going to talk about upcycling and recycling. I have two beautiful ladies here who are going to talk to me about wasted junkie here in Toomgraney. Now, Natasha and Frances. Frances, how are you?
Not too bad, no thanks.
And Natasha, you are the lady behind all the social media here. This is how I found you. There's some amazing stuff here.
How are you? Yeah, basically what we do is we work with Care Waste, and people would order skips, or companies, and Joe, before they empty the skips and before everything goes off to the waste company to get rid of gabs, and a few of us, we go through the stuff and see what's in good nick that can be reused again, like ornaments, tables, chairs, something that you wouldn't like fork out to pay for, you know, something that you can get like a second chance with. And let's say for talk's sake 50 skips come into the yard and we empty all of them, and we take out at least 10 skips worth of stuff that we saved. That's only 40 skips going back into the waste, going back being buried or whatever they do to it, like, you know. So that's kind of, it's helping the environment in a way, so we're not throwing out too much stuff, and a lot of stuff gets a second chance. Almost like a second-hand store or a car boot sale, to say the least. An all-round car boot sale.
And it's also very fashionable, isn't it? As Frances, at the moment people are really big into upcycling.
Yeah, they are. A lot of people are coming here every day. There's a good few people here today, and it's all about recycling. Like, it comes in and skips, as Tasha was saying, and it's for timber, cardboard. Then you have the household skips.
Well, I'm looking for stuff for my house, so ladies, come with me. Yeah. I want to find some really quirky stuff, something maybe that I could put in my back garden or even in the sitting room. So have you anything that's kind of standing out?
Here's kind of like the household stuff. Like, as you can see, it's not really that organised because we're only starting up.
Well, I actually spotted something really nice up here. There's a lovely old fireplace. Oh, yeah. So where did this come from?
This came from, I think, Portumna. I'm not too sure. Yeah. But I think it came from Tumna. We actually, one of our great customers, Mr. Mark Wilson over here.
Mark, I see him. Mark, an old friend of the shows. Mark was on Irish TV with Clare County Matters recently. Mark, how are you?
Yeah,
lovely to see you.
I didn't realise you were here today. Very nice to meet you again.
What are you up to?
You caught me in the act.
Now, Natasha was just explaining to me all the treasures that are here in Wasted Junkie, but I hear that you're doing some very funky stuff with here.
Well, I'm very lucky. I got a funny job down in the hotel in Killaloe, actually, and I've been doing blacksmithing, and I've been doing rustic junk art, and I've been doing bits of copper work. And since this yard has been open, I can't really keep out of it. I love quirky sort of sculptural stuff, and I love working with old bikes and bits and pieces. So let's see if we can put this into something. And then in a bucket round the corner there, I found these two, which are gems. Someone chucked these away, silly fools. Who would chuck an 8 behind? I've actually got the number 7 and number 8, look. So if we let me just quickly show you this. There we go.
Very good. Okay.
He's a bit cross-eyed looking now. And then we stick that down there like that.
Very good.
And there we go.
So maybe you might bring us to Killaloe and we might check out this new hotel.
Yeah, I'd love to do that. Thank you very much.
Let's go. Now, myself and Mark have arrived now here in Killaloe Hotel. The local blacksmith turned artist. I mean, it's just amazing. Your work is just beautiful. You must be delighted with this commission.
I'm quite blown away by it, really, because it was something very unexpected that happened to me. I was a bit short of work after Christmas, and I was getting a bit, not a bit down, but I was getting work, but it wasn't really the work I wanted to, and I decided to say no to a few people. So what I really did is I closed the door, and what happened 3 days later, another door opened. I am a great believer in that good luck, and I do find myself that I am a very lucky man.
Now, obviously, this piece that we're looking at here in the main bar is probably the most, how would you say, exciting, maybe intricate piece that you have in the hotel?
It's the quirkiest piece in the hotel, and there's a lot of history in that. Although it only took me about 30 hours, 40 hours to make it, it actually took me about on and off 3 weeks to collect all the bits and pieces. Like, I put the word out to different plumbers, to friends of mine. I I've got a lot of pieces off the scrapyard. There's all sorts of quirky pieces. There's modern pieces of plumbing in there, and there's pieces of plumbing that are over 100 years old. So there's a history there, and my favourite piece on that is my little quirk is the diesel tap at the end.
Oh yes.
She's sucking diesel.
Well, I put the word out that we wanted to do kind of a very unusual, quirky project here, and we wanted to use as many renewable materials as we could. So I heard about this man in this area, in the Scariff type area, and then one day Mark just bounced in my door, and it was a bit like the Mad Hatter meets Axl Rose, and we asked him to do one piece just to see what his work was like, and the minute I saw his first piece, that was it. We just gave over the hotel completely to him, and we said just create it any way you'd like, Mark, and his work has just been phenomenal.
Now some of it is quite subtle, and then there's more outlandish pieces. Which do you prefer?
Personally, I like the outlandish pieces, and I hope Mark's going to do a lot more for us here, because I think the longer he's here in the space, he's just creating more and more pieces that really no one's seen anything like this before.